20-minute delay at the moment.
So it's at 8. But there's no flights for queuing at 8. Yeah, but I haven't been to Greece.
It's not Greece, it's 4 hours.
It is.
It's 4 hours. What have you followed?
It's not Orlando, you big idiot.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Are you two not searching the actual aircraft and where it flies to?
No, I searched that. Nothing comes up.
It's Florida.
It's not.
Yes, it is. Why isn't it?
No, it's not even boarding. Did we go through security at 7:20?
Where could we be going? 208.
That's not a gate number though.
It is.
It's not. It's in.
It's not.
It's not.
Found it.
Where's it?
Go to gate 208. Florida.
Oh wait.
Told you.
Really? What? What, Florida?
I see it in your eyes. Yeah, I can read the signs. You need to get away. It's time we make a change. Oh, you know you'll always have me. Baby, I will always stay with you. So put your trust in me. We'll work it out, you'll see. If we get in a car and drive someplace far, yeah, we could go for a ride. The two of us, we don't have to stop. Baby, let's go for a
Good morning, everyone. You would have just seen the build up to now and worked out that obviously we are in Florida again. If you're new here, then hello, my name is Lisa, and if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. I've got myself a cup of tea to start off this video. A good old British cup of tea. Brought some tea bags with me. Before we get into this video, I just want to give you a bit of a backstory as to how we've ended up coming to Florida again. So I was looking for about 2 weeks for holidays to France, Portugal, Germany, Turkey, Spain, everywhere. Looking for a good 2 weeks, and I was actually looking on a website called Travel Republic, which I've not used for years actually, because I used them a lot years ago, and then they started to get quite expensive, so then I moved on to a different company. And yeah, so I was just scrolling, hadn't booked anything, and my husband was sat next to me, well, opposite me actually, in the living room on a Saturday, and I just said, oh my god, and he was like, what? I was just like, I have just found Florida for like way less than like Europe. And he was like, no you haven't. I said, yeah I have. So at the time I was finding holidays, flights and a hotel, and it was coming out originally at around about £1,200 for all four of us. Yeah, you heard that right, not per person, for all of us. So it's coming out around £1,200. Anyway, my husband couldn't book any time off there and then, and it was because of a weekend. He needs to wait till the Monday to find out. So on the Sunday we looked again, and it'd gone up slightly, and then on the Monday it'd gone up a fair bit. I think by the Monday, for all four of us, it was coming at about 1,800, and that was still going to be obviously a hotel, and it could only be a hotel with one room with 2 double beds, which isn't obviously ideal. And I think we'd have had to have got like a blow-up bed for my son or something. So yeah, I kept looking, and then I started looking on Skyscanner, which is the platform I always use for my flights. So started looking on there, and these original holidays were for 7 nights, which isn't ideal because obviously it is a long flight. So I then started looking on Skyscanner. So when I look on Skyscanner, I put the whole month. So I was putting from July as my starting month to August my finishing month. I didn't put in select dates. I tend not to do that, to be honest with you, because when you do it as a whole month, it will come out with the cheapest like flights for different days, which will often mean that you're traveling for quite random days. So I was looking on there, and so the original ones we were looking at on Travel Republic was Birmingham, which isn't, it's about an hour away from where we live, which isn't like, that would have been fantastic. So then I started looking, and these flights come up. It was from Manchester, which is only about 2 hours from where we are, so not horrendous, and it was 11 nights, and that worked out to be £300 per person for a return flight to Florida, which is a bargain. So that was £1,200. And then I had a look at the villa we stayed at last year, and you'll probably recognise my background as being from last year. So I went on the link that she originally sent me, because I think this villa is on Verbo, and obviously we used this villa for 4 weeks last time. So I went on there and it was shown available. So I just messaged her, and I was really cheeky, and I just said, look, we are finding accommodation for around £600, which is what a hotel room would have been for the 11 nights. And I said, would you take around 600? So she came back and was like, I'll take 625. So we've paid £1,200 for all of us to fly out here, and then we've paid £625 for accommodation. So we've literally paid just over £1,800, and then I got the car for 200 and something. So the whole holiday has basically cost us £2,000. We weren't going to be going away in the 6-week holidays at all, because obviously we are going to Florida for 2 weeks for Christmas. But my husband has done quite a bit of overtime just recently, which is amazing. Brought in some extra pennies. And obviously, if you know me very well, you'll know that life is for living and to grab every opportunity. And I have touched on this a little bit on my channel before, but both my children have issues. So my son suffers with anxiety and social anxiety that has been diagnosed. And then I also think probably either on the autistic or Asperger's spectrum. And then I think my daughter suffers with sensory processing disorder and probably maybe autistic as well. So my daughter, we're trying to go through, well, we are on a waiting list to get her assessed. And yeah, my son being the age he is now, obviously he's not interested in that at all. But anyway, cutting a long story short, both my kids obviously have massive issues with going out. My son, very sadly, only goes out at night to the gym with his mates, and if he didn't go with his mates he wouldn't go out at all. My son's 21 and that's the only time he goes out apart from with us. And my daughter's slightly more sociable, so she will go to the cinema with her friends, she'll meet up in town, she will do things like that. She is, a lot better. She'll pay for things in shops. My son won't even pay for anything, he won't talk to anybody. So he's got, some real anxiety issues. And if we're at home, being completely honest, both my kids mainly stay in their bedrooms, which is really, really, really sad. My son will do things like clean the cars, which is really good for him, I think. Sit in the garden. My daughter will come and sit down in the garden occasionally, and they'll obviously come down to speak to the cats, and my son normally feeds the cats, things like that. So I think that is a reason why holidays mean so much to us as a family, because we have the most amazing time as a family. We laugh and joke and rip shreds out of each other. That is how we are as a family, and we just love and embrace family time so much, and I really crave that all the time. And the thought of being at home for 6 weeks and not going anywhere was getting me down. I'm going to be honest, was getting me down, because I worry about them lots. And I just think holidays are so valuable as a family and so important and valuable for your children. And I don't mean that means you need to go abroad, that can be anywhere. And yeah, so he'd done quite a lot of overtime, which is obviously pennies that we weren't expecting. And yeah, if we were being completely sensible, we could have made an overpayment on a mortgage or something like that. But who knows where any of us are going to be in 6 months, a year, 5 years. I've touched on this before on my channel, but losing my dad just has made me see life so differently. I am not about having some giant bank balance or having, a little nest egg. I want to live my life. I want to create as many memories as I can. And the age my kids are at, there's going to come a time where they won't even want to come away with us. That'll be uncool, and they'll meet partners of their own. So I am grabbing every single moment I can. But anyway, that was a very, very, very big story, but also a little bit of an update. And I always like to share everything with you guys and sometimes get deep into conversation. I quite like it. You are all lovely, and I see you as all being friends, and this is stuff that I would tell my friends. So yes, we are in Florida for 11 nights, 12 days. And yeah, this is technically day 2, but we flew in yesterday to Orlando, Melbourne, and we went straight from the airport to Target and Dollar Tree, picked up literally just a few essentials. So when the kids are awake, which I think, what time is it now? It is 7:46, so I don't want them to really sleep too much later. Maybe wake them up about 8, because I want them to obviously be on this time zone. And then we are going to go to Walmart today to do a big shop. I don't know if I will film that. I remember last year I didn't film that first food shop because Walmart is very manic a lot of the time. It doesn't matter what time of day you go, it's pretty busy. And we're obviously on a mission today. We want to stock the fridge. We're not going to go mad this time because we are only here for 11 nights. But like some snacky bits for the kids. We did go into Dollar Tree. Yeah, we're not going to go mad on food. I think we will go back into Dollar Tree because they've got a massive freezer section now, and there were loads of little things that my kids would like to eat, like these pocket things, like snacky bits really. So yeah, we'll also go in there. We couldn't go get that yesterday because we went to Dollar Tree first, then we went to Target, and obviously it would have defrosted. So we'll probably get a load of snacky bits in, just stuff that the kids can, I don't know, put in the microwave or the oven really, really quickly. I'll also give a little bit of an update here because I've had quite a lot of questions about my stomach, and I think I mentioned in my last video, I think I did, or did I not? I can't remember, but anyway, if I didn't, I have obviously been having like stomach issues. I booked in a last minute colonic just before my holiday. Now the last time I had one of these was back just before COVID hit. And I did find it really beneficial, so I had that done. The lady, oh my god, the luscious lady, and we were just like laughing loads because yeah, I was gonna say I've got no shame, I have, but sometimes when I'm around somebody that I feel really relaxed around, I don't mind like sharing things, and obviously she deals in poo all the time. When it had finished and we sat down and she recapped on like some things for me to take, she booked the appointment, and then I turned around to her and said, "Oh, thank you for removing my poo." She was like, "You're welcome." It was so funny. But yeah, I do feel better after it. I am still really, really bloated, but I think it's going to be a long journey. So I've booked in for one for 4 weeks. She did say that like having IBS and things like that, I could do with about 2 or 3 colonics per year. And she was going to leave the next one for a couple of months, but I said, could I go back sooner? And she said, oh yeah, we can like book it in for a month if you like. And I said, yeah, which I think is also really nice because it shows she's not trying to rip me off for my money. And it was one of the cheapest I've found actually. Most are at least 100, and she was £75, which is a lot of money, but if it's going to improve my health and my bowel, because it does actually really, really improve your bowel. So she said to me, God knows how she knows, but she said my bowel muscles are really, really weak, and she said having regular colonics can actually really, really improve that. So that's really good. I'm taking at the moment probiotics. They're actually, if I can find them, I'll pop up on the screen. But I'm taking these probiotic tablets from Boots. They're Boots' own, and they're actually like children's ones. So they do a range of adult ones, and I did actually buy the adult ones as well, which are capsules. But but I don't know why. I find if it's like a chewable tablet, I'm way more likely to take it. So I buy the children's chewable ones, which is like a fruity, chalky, well, not chalky, yeah, sort of tablet. So I'm taking one of those a day. I also bought peppermint oil capsules, and then she's also asked me to take another supplement, which is an enzyme. So I didn't have enough time to order that because she gave me a link to it before I left. So if any of you do want to know what that is, then obviously I can let you know. But yeah, hopefully I'm on the starting journey to improving all of that. Like I said, my stomach is really still bloated, but when I had the treatment done, it's so weird. So you start off on your side and then you lie down, you literally feel your stomach just going down and down and down, like it's deflating like a balloon. It's the weirdest thing. But yeah, it's very bloated at the moment, but I know flights can do that. I did wear my flight socks yesterday and my feet were swollen when I took them off, but actually they're normal now, so flight socks definitely work. But I do find that certain times of the month I hold on to water more than others, so hopefully my stomach will go down more. She's also told me to try and eat veg and protein with every meal, so I'm really going to make a conscious effort. And she also said actually to have hot or warm lemon water every morning, so I need to buy some lemons today. So yeah, a few things that might help you. We are off to Walmart, like I said, so I think I'm going to wake up the kids now, and then I'll show you what we bought, how much and things like that when we get back. Here is our beautiful villa. On a lovely quiet residential street. Look at that beautiful sky. Oh my god, it's stunning. We are off to Bob Evans now, so I will take you along, show you the menu and see what we get for breakfast.
For me, isn't it my birthday yet? Cause I gotta say, you're looking like a gift for me, wrapped up nice and neat, baby. Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be here dancing day and night. Get in my groove now, don't be shy. Cause I got this list of my favorite things. You could be the part where it all begins. You could be the first and the second and the third, then the rest of it. You could be one of the things I love. Sunday morning breakfast with my bedroom door locked. I like everything that has a cherry on top. Get on my list of the things I love, love, love. You could be the one I trust. All the second chances, they are nothing for us. I like it all with the cherry on top. Be one of the things I love. We don't have to move so fast, baby, I will show you how you can catch my vibe. And right away, got so much time, looping in the blurry lights.